Good morning everybody, welcome back to another video. I thought that since I was out and about this morning I might come down to the lagoon and go for a little bit of a walk and do a bit of like a look around, chit chat, bit of a health update more than anything for friends and family back home. And then I got out of my car and remembered that I live in Australia and literally everything wants to do you physical harm, so not entirely sure what my plan is now. I might just go for a little bit of a stroll, avoid the people who are walking towards me currently and watching me speak to myself. Yeah, just give everybody a bit of an update on my health. It is absolutely beautiful today, if you can't tell. So I figured that while Mark was at work and I was heading out of town on my way home, I might as well stop and get a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of exercise. Yeah. Whoa. I'm just going to walk for a little while, to be honest, and see if I can find somewhere nice to sit down. So basically, I know I don't have many subscribers at the moment who won't know, but for those of you who don't, I was born with a congenital heart defect, and so throughout my life I have found that adequate medical care is extremely hard to come by. Also, those of you who like the New Zealand health system, you're probably about to hear it be shat on, so maybe don't watch this video. In terms of my heart health, I'm great. I'm doing better than I have been in probably 10 years. Last January, that was a butterfly, don't be afraid of butterflies. Last January I had an implantable loop recorder installed and went off all of my medication, and my quality of life has been 10 out of 10, so much better. But my other health I've been struggling with, and my issue with like New Zealand healthcare and the doctors and stuff that I've seen is that everyone is too afraid of what might happen to my heart if they treat other things that are wrong with me, that they tend to just do nothing. So that has been probably my main hurdle for, I want to say, like the past 4 or 5 years, honestly. Been slowly getting there. I've changed doctors quite a few times, and I've been on a lot of waiting lists to see if I can see someone who can actually help me, but I'm not gonna lie, I did not get very far. So as much as I can say thank you to the New Zealand health system for what they have done for me and keeping me alive and treating my heart condition, I've very, very much been lacking in a lot of other areas of healthcare. Absolute side note, but people have written like jokes in chalk along this walkway, and so I'm like trying to have a serious discussion with myself and my camera, and I keep like reading these jokes as I'm walking. I'm coming up on the lagoon now, so I'll show you guys. I can see a pelican swimming in it. I fucking love pelicans. I didn't know I loved pelicans until I saw one. They're so cool. Anyway, so yesterday I had my first GP appointment here in Queensland, and I went in very, very nervous. Didn't know what to expect, but I am so happy with the outcome. I did just pick to go with the same doctors that my husband signed up with when he moved here, but I did call them and ask specifically to see a GP that had heart disease experience. I'm very picky when it comes to GPs now, but they did happen to have one, and I went and saw him yesterday, and honestly he was amazing. Like, I could have cried. It is the best GP appointment I have had in easily 3 years. This is the lagoon. You can see some pelicans swimming out in it. It rained here like a week or two ago and the water still hasn't drained away, so it's very flooded up to the pathway, and it goes like a K that way, but there's cars. I don't want to be around people, so I'm probably going to stop here, maybe find somewhere to sit before my breathing gets disgustingly heavy. Very typical for me, I don't pre-plan anything, and so now my camera battery's dying, so I'm going to talk a little bit faster and we'll see how far we can get before I have to go home and charge it. Basically, the appointment yesterday, I waited 10 minutes past my appointment time, which in New Zealand I am used to waiting 30 minutes, an hour and a half, so already I was impressed. He immediately asked me my complete medical history, and then agreed to treat me and literally said, if I treat you, we're going to do absolutely everything that's in the best interest for your heart, which includes taking care of the rest of your body. And honestly, I could have cried. So we've run a full blood panel, which I went and got done this morning. I had to get stuck twice, but that's actually not bad for me because my veins can be very difficult. And they were so lovely, like everyone, so lovely. Like that's my main thing is in New Zealand it's busy, you know, the health system is under the pump. And so you lose a little bit of that customer service. But here it doesn't matter how busy they are. They're always so nice to you, and I love that. But yeah, full blood panel, that was taken today. So I should hopefully get the results for that on Monday. It's a Saturday. Also, their blood place is open on a Saturday. So good. Basically the results of that blood panel will decide what we do next. He's also already organised to have all of my medical notes sent over from New Zealand, which I thought was going to be a really long process, but turns out it's quite easy. I also just have to send one email, which I might do right now before I forget, to my cardiologist just to confirm where I'm at basically and make sure that all of my records get sent to Brisbane, because that's going to be the closest place for me to see like a cardiologist and get like a full workup done. Scary bug making scary noise. Basically the results of this blood panel are going to determine whether I go back on iron supplements, because I am always chronically low in iron. And I know that. I've been low on iron for like a decade now. It is what it is. And then he also suggested going on an injection to help me with weight loss. Now, discussing an aid for weight loss was something that was on my to-do list anyway. Oh my god, fuck! I wanted to talk to him about losing weight. Mark and I are looking at rejoining a gym here. We're also looking at getting like a dietitian and a personal trainer. So I was definitely going to make like the best go of it that I can by myself. But I was also going to talk to a doctor about like recommendations of what I can do or what I can try, or potentially was there a medication that I can go on, because I have been trying to lose weight for a decade now, and it ain't exactly worked. Not too well. But yeah, I didn't even have to say anything. He brought it up himself, and he said that it was imperative for my heart health, for my heart to continue being healthy and my body to continue being healthy, that I get this excess weight off, which honestly I could have cried, like music to my ears. Because in my experience, now not everyone's the same obviously, but in my experience in New Zealand, whenever I have brought up needing help losing weight, all I have been told is that I'm either depressed or lazy and that I need to try harder. So I was prepared for this conversation with this doctor to be an absolute shit fight. Like, I was ready to pull all the stops to try my absolute best to have a full-on argument with this man, and I didn't even have to bring it up. You know, it's crazy to me how the Australian healthcare system works. Like, I walked in yesterday prepared to have my regular experience of probably leaving that GP's office in tears. And I currently have never felt more understood and like I'm in more capable hands than this guy that I've literally met once for 20 minutes because he looked me in the face and said, I'm going to do everything that you need. You know, I'm going to do what is in your best interest. And I've never had that before. Yeah. Long story short, my experience with the Australian healthcare system so far is that it kicks New Zealand's ass. Wait times are shorter. Costs are the same, if not a bit more. But when you have a Medicare card over here, you can claim a lot of it back. I don't have one at the moment because we haven't been able to finalise it. So, like, the costs have been expensive. Like, my blood test today was $250, but you know, that's fine. I don't mind paying that because I know I'm getting adequate care, you know? Like, if I turn up home at home in New Zealand to get a blood test or a test, and they were like, that's going to be $250, I'd be like, excuse me? What? Whereas here, I'm like, okay, I'm a foreigner, I have not finished the Medicare application yet, but it's been recommended by my doctor. You also have a turnaround time of 48 hours, and I'm actually going to be notified of what my results are? Huh? Like, excuse me if that's foreign. I also got my script filled, which was great. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like I could just tell him what I'm on sort of thing, but I just told him what I've been taking. He gave me the script in like 2 seconds, and then I took it to the Chemist Warehouse today to get filled. And I think it's similar at the Chemist Warehouse back home, where it is quite quick to get your prescription. Like, I think I waited 5 minutes and my prescription was ready. Like, I was prepared to be here all day, which is why I'm now at a park instead of going home. So, like, I think Chemist Warehouse at the same... I think Chemist Warehouse is the same at home, where they are quite quick. But going to like a regular chemist at home, the one in Wanganui is not too bad. Like, that one is like same day, a couple of hours, maybe overnight if they're really rushed, but like the old one that I used to go to was like 2 to 4 business days if they even got your script right at all, which was almost never. I'm not going to name that pharmacy, but if you know, you know. It's an absolute shit show. I've honestly never seen a medical-based establishment that was that poor at their fucking job. We're not going to get too far into that. Obviously, I have not had any like cardiac appointments or anything yet, but I'm interested to see how they go. I'm really keen to see like what sort of technologies and tests they run over here to see if it is more advanced than New Zealand. I want to see how long it takes to get an appointment or to make an appointment, because in New Zealand it can be years, literal years. I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, there's just a lot going on in my mind right now, but I feel really, really good about how my health is being taken care of here. I don't know where that clip cut off, but I've been notified that I'm running out of memory on my camera and my battery is on like 1 bar. So I'm gonna head home and charge it and do some shit, and I will come back and finish this. But until then, I'm gonna tell you as much as possible. It's very windy, oh my. Oh, there's a duck. Yeah, basically in terms of looking after my own health, I said we're going to be joining the gym, hopefully getting a personal trainer at least for a couple of sessions, and then looking at maybe a dietitian or some form of health plan, a food plan, something like that, just to alter our diet a little bit. I have done some stuff by myself. I suffer with headaches that are triggered by what I thought was cheese. Turns out it's all dairy, so I do not eat dairy anymore. Sometimes I'll still have cheese because I love cheese to death, but I am dairy free. Mostly processed sugar free. I really, really love chocolate, so that's still there occasionally, but I do what I can. I'm doing my best just to make little alterations so that I can make my life better without having to have medical intervention, but I'm really, really enjoying the fact that I also have the support of medical intervention. You know, it's wild how small things can make your life so different. Alrighty, it's been a few hours. I'm home. I'm changed because I stopped to clean my car on the way home and my white shirt got absolutely filthy, so that was a poor decision, but my car looks good. I basically just wanted to finish off the video by kind of reinforcing the fact that I think, for me, the move to Australia has been a fantastic decision in so many ways, but it's also allowed me this opportunity to like not only like reinvent myself but also like focus on myself. Like, Mark and I are back together and that's all that I could think about when I was in New Zealand without him, but that time of us being apart made us both so much more independent. So even though we are back together, we're still very much now have individual goals and dreams and things to get done, and one of my biggest things has been my health. You know, I want my heart healthy, I want my head healthy, and mental health is just as important as physical health for those of you out there. But I mean, if you know me for any portion of my life over the last 10 years, you'll know that my biggest insecurity and my biggest struggle has been my weight. So, moving over here, it was always in my head that this was going to be my chance to take losing weight and getting healthy and getting fit really seriously. So, regardless of what happens going forward with my test results and my doctors and medications and things like that, I will be putting my best foot forward and making my best effort to make a change for myself, because I'm nearing 30, and it pretty much just feels like it's time for me to get my shit together. Like, you can't just mess around your whole life and treat your body like crap and expect you to live a long, happy life where you grow old and die of natural causes if you don't look after yourself. So, that's the goal. I will sort of be doing my own personal, like, before and after and progress pictures and weights and stuff like that. I don't feel comfortable sharing any of that online now, but let's just see how we go. And maybe in the future those might be something that I feel comfortable and happy sharing, but I will say, regardless of what I end up doing, I am going to be sharing my journey with you guys. I'm going to chat about what I do end up doing, whether I end up on a medication or something like that, whether we just go balls to the wall ourselves with a dietitian and a workout plan, or, you know, any highs and lows and all of it that comes with the journey of health. Yeah. I guess that's the end of this video. I'm going to wrap it up before I get to mindlessly rambling. Obviously, I have shut my door, which naturally means that my cat immediately wants to go out, so I'm going to go and deal with that. But I do just want to say that I hope you guys choose to follow along. Maybe share some inspiration and stories of your own journeys or things that you're doing for yourselves that might help keep me motivated, because that's probably my biggest struggle, is motivation and dedication and not getting distracted and forgetting things. But yeah, I would love some people to follow along and share in this journey with me, and if you're not interested, that is absolutely fine. Regardless, I will see some of y'all, all of y'all, whoever, in my next video. Bye.